Can you tell us anything whatsoever?
Come on, I know you just give us. Can we have one more station?
Welcome back to the Two Dudes Talk Music YouTube channel, everybody. I am the Reverend Raph, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy,
what's going on,
and
everybody?
our new friend Remy from Where the Devil. We had a whole podcast episode with him a couple of days ago, so make sure you go and check that out, either on the YouTube channel or on the podcast feeds, wherever you get your good podcasts from, and wherever you get your bad ones too. Because funnily enough, it's all the same fucking place. And we are here today for the quick question quarter, spelt with Q's, not K's, because we don't roll like that. And this is just a whole bunch of questions to dive into Remy's musical mental mind, get an understanding of what drives him and what inspires him musically. So we're going to dive right in there, mate. And you did kind of touch on this a little bit in the podcast, but what was your first instrument that you learned to play? Vocals does count, recorder in grade 3 does not.
Yes.
The first instrument I started to learn was actually bagpipes.
Oh, holy shit.
That's a first.
Yeah, I don't, 2.5 years of the podcast, I don't think anyone said bagpipes.
That's
yet.
awesome.
No, I come from a very, very Scottish background, and when I was about 5 years old, I was getting lessons on playing bagpipes.
That's mad.
Hell yeah, like that.
That's mad. You got to go join a corn cover band now.
Well, yeah, you need to break them out. You need to find a way to work them into a song or something.
I don't think I could play them now. It's been a very long time. My uncles and my cousins, they're all picked it up and they're going hard.
Well, there you go. Like,
you got to get
the
flaming
family involved.
bagpipes at a show.
Yeah, or just hit up those dudes that do it's like a bagpipe duet or something, bagpipe duo, and they cover like rock songs with their shit. Like,
that'd be cool. I'm sure one of my uncles has done that, so it wouldn't surprise me.
There you go. It's going to work somewhere. What was the first album that you purchased?
First album that I purchased, that would have been Master of Puppets, Metallica.
Hell yeah! You know what? That was last week as well. Enrique from All Against, it's a Portuguese band that we interviewed last week. His first album was Master of Puppets as well. It's just one of those ubiquitous albums that's kind of the thing about Master of Puppets is, to me, and I know people are going to disagree with me on this, but to my mind, Master of Puppets, if you were to say, give me one album that shows what heavy metal was in the 80s, that would be the album that I pick.
And I 100% agree with every word that came out of your mouth.
Front to back, no fucking filler, all killer. Every song, every note is absolute bangers. You really get to see, where, like, because, Kill 'Em All is like, that's early thrash. That is what it is, right? Ride the Lightning, they got a little bit more intricate in their songwriting, a little bit more involved, but it's like almost like they were still figuring things out a little bit. Master of Puppets to me is like, they took their more progressive approaches to songwriting and managed to package it together with the thrash beautifully together in just one perfect distillation of 80s heavy metal.
Can you give me one album that has that many iconic solos on it?
Yeah, and it just sounded incredible. Like, production-wise for the time, it's one of those unrivaled ones. Like, it's just, to me, that is the perfect 80s heavy metal album. And I'm sure not everyone's going to agree, but
well, I didn't buy it in the 80s. I was a little bit late coming to the party with that album, but I heard Orion on one of them unreleased live CDs, and I was like, I really like that song. So I went and got the album with that song on it. So that's how I ended up coming up with that one.
That's man, you know what? I was like, Metallica for me is like the band, like my favorite band has been for a very, very long time. Obsessed over like all of the stuff that Cliff did, everything. The fact that Orion is like allegedly primarily composed of like Cliff's stuff that he put together. It's almost like you could take a string quartet and play the parts note for note and it would work beautifully. Like when I got to see Metallica in 2010 when they toured for Death Magnetic and they played Orion, I was like, chills. I just like the fact that I got to see them perform that one live was unreal. So Fingers crossed. Maybe they'll do it again on this upcoming Aussie tour.
Dude, you never know what you're going to get with them with their sets these days, because no set you can never go. Oh, what did they play in this last city? Because
they change it a lot because they got so much material. It's like but that's a great pick. That really, really is as a first album. Woo. All right. What was the first live concert that you attended?
First live concert was probably might have been Silverchair, Newcastle. I'm pretty sure that's the first one that I went to. It was just local, and prices were different then too. So
that would have been back when they were just done Frog Stomp or something.
No, not that old. No, I think they just done that Neon Ballroom.
Okay. Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Before that, I hadn't really been to concerts, but just playing with my guitar in my room just over Metallica songs. It was everything in those days. It was everything Metallica. I refused to listen to anything else but Metallica, and it wasn't even until one of my mates threw those old Bud headset
with the old wire.
Yes, he threw that over my ear, and it was Pantera, and I was like, oh, what is this? What is this magic? And and that's when it just everything just went off, and I was open to new stuff. Yeah. So
someone give you a new album. It's like, that's a funny way to spell Metallica.
Nice. That's really cool though. Silverchair is the first one. That's pretty badass. I like that. Yeah. I never got to see Silverchair live.
Same.
Never got to see him live. Okay, what is an instrument you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet?
An instrument I've always wanted to learn but haven't. I'd probably say violin.
Yeah, nice.
I love the sound of a violin. I don't know why. Like, I've got a thing for acoustic instruments that, like, when you're in a room with an instrument that makes its own sound without amplification, and it's just something about it that, I don't know, it's almost like I can feel it a lot better. And violins is one of those things. I've got a cousin that plays violin, so
there's a connection that goes along with it when you're playing an acoustic instrument, because it is sitting in your lap and you can feel those vibrations, especially with the violin. Like, my daughter mucks around with one I bought off Wish like a couple of years ago. It cost me like $10, Kid mucks around with it. But when you have it in your neck, and like, I could move the bow on it, but you feel it run through your body. I think, like, it's a connection to you.
I think that's exactly what it is. It's because you're not just hearing it. It's not being projected from somewhere else and then to you. You're like, it's an acoustic instrument, you are literally feeling that vibration directly from the instrument through your body in a way that doesn't quite happen with electric instruments, I think. And that's definitely, anyone that is involved with like bodybuilding or working out, powerlifting, any of that sort of stuff, they'll talk about something called the mind-muscle connection. And I firmly believe that when it comes to instruments, playing an instrument, it's almost the exact same thing. Like, you have that mind-muscle connection to your playing of it, but also when there's an acoustic instrument like that, it's generating its own sound without a need for amplification. There's also that mental connection to the feedback through your own body, the resonance back through your own body that you're getting. And it's one of those things that I don't know if there's anyone's done any studies out there on it, but I'm sure there's like some weird psychological like trickery going on around that.
That'd be probably have something to do with frequencies, or because the way that it vibrates at a certain frequency, or acoustic instruments or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I think I know what the answer to the next question is going to be, but we'll go ahead and we'll ask it anyway. If you could pick one big band or artist to open a show for, who would it be?
For me, I'd probably say Korn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, solid.
There you go. I thought we would have got either Metallica or Pantera, but Korn. There we go. Good choice, still. Really good choice.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it would have had to have been somewhere in the new metal because that's where I really switched up. That's when I want to be in a band. I want to play music with other people, and that was that era when I started doing that. And the biggest band of that time was Korn.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to see them play a couple of times. They're just, they're unreal, man. They're so good. They're top of the game for a reason. Yeah, that's right. You'll be a good things on the weekend. You'll get to see them.
Yeah, man. It's. I got to say though, it's kind of pissed me off, like with the way Knotfest is doing things now, how they've sort of subsidised heaps of bands for one stage, and they've limited sort of bands so you get to see everyone. They've kind of. I don't really like the timetable set up for.
Oh, there's lots of clashes for the bands you want to see, is there?
Kind of. It's especially in that headline sort of part of the day. Because I do want to see Sum 41, but at the end of the day, it's Korn. I'm going to see Korn. And I think they've sort of they've done that sort of smart thing where they're trying to sort of not get everyone in the one area at the one time.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, I've seen. What was it last? When I went to Good Things last year, they started letting people in very early because it was so hot, but they actually kept the main arena up in Brisbane. They kept access to that closed so that people couldn't because the first band wasn't on until like fucking midday or whatever, and they were letting people in from 9 a.m. because it was so hot, and they just wanted to let people in to the grounds. But yeah, the main the main arena was closed off because they didn't want people going out and just like camping right in front of the fucking stage for 3 hours before even any bands started. Mate,
that is so dangerous. Don't do that stuff, man.
No shade, no nothing. You're just out there in the sun. You can anything. Although with the way the weather's going in Sydney, you guys will be looking like you might be in for a wet. Looks
like
weekend for that one.
Buying some Wellingtons for that one. Some gummies.
Maybe.
We'll go to the Green Day that Green Day film clip when they're all sliding in the mud and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mud pit.
It can't be any worse than what. Do you remember Big Day Out, Fear Factory?
Oh, I wasn't at that one.
Oh, no, dude, they played off like on one of the the side stages where they do the equestrian for the Easter show. They used to have 2 stages set up there, and it had rained most of the fucking morning. And by the time Fear Factory come on, the pit had opened up, and it just turned into a massive mud wrestle. People were just just the whole day, people rolling over that thing.
There'll be by the time this drops, there'll be a Good Things Kyle's Day Out at Good Things on the channel. So go back and check that one out if you haven't already. If you missed out, you get to see that one.
That'll be cool.
All right, time to dip into your own musical listening. If you've got anything cool for us, who is an artist or a band that you're listening to at the moment that you think is seriously underrated and deserves more attention?
1056.
Ooh, that was quick.
1056.
I love it.
Yeah, 1056.
Is that
they're from France, and they are fat, and they're really good. They're spelt TEN.
Yeah,
and
5,
then
6.
56.
Okay. Yep. Cool. All right. Yeah. I'll give them a listen for sure. So you said they're a French band, did you?
I'm pretty sure they're French. Yeah.
Wicked.
And they're really good.
Oh yeah, you'll like these guys.
Just having a little. Very reminiscent of some like older Northwayne sort of stuff. Yeah, okay. I've heard like the first 10 seconds of that song, and I'm pretty sure it's about to blow my head off if I keep going. So
that's cool, man. Very genty, very genty. I like it.
Very genty. Oh, I love my gent.
Hell yeah,
man. Very cool.
All right. What is something people may be surprised to learn about you?
I am a dairy farmer.
That is mad.
There you go.
That is mad.
There you go.
I was a security patrolman, and 12 months ago I went and started work on my family's farm, and yeah, I'm a dairy farmer now.
Mad. Man,
Amazing.
I feel sorry for you for the monopoly that the supermarkets hold upon you all and the bullshit prices that they fucking give you.
Yeah. Oh, it's been like that forever. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
It still doesn't. Yes, it's still.
it's just getting more and more at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. My family's learnt to adjust to deal with it. So yeah, but yeah, we're getting there.
Hey, good on you.
All right, and last question for the quick question quarter here. Time to get very, very introspective. You may have heard me refer to myself earlier as the Reverend Rav, and that is because Reverend is my official legal title. I am an ordained minister, and with that, it is confession time for the last time in the quick question quarter, because this question's going away after this one. It's not coming back next year. We're changing the questions a little bit. But so it is time for the last time ever. What is your worst music sin? And you can interpret that question however you like.
My worst music sin. Okay. Probably planting my feet too much. I've got a bad habit of planting my feet and not moving around too much. That's probably the one thing that drives me crazy. But I don't know. I've even got a sore hip from it, so I just lock my legs in and try and rock out in that position. And I might take a step here or there. But yeah, I'd have to say that not moving around too much is probably the one thing that I'm bad for, that I don't really like it. If I could atone my sins, I would.
Well, there you go. Admitting
12 Hal Lemmies.
Yeah, admitting your problem is the first step to solving it. So very, very well done. But no, that's good. That's good. All right. That's it for the quick question quarter for today, ladies and gentlemen. As we said,
the year.
And for the year. That's the last quick question quarter for the year and everything. It's like it's all coming to an end for 2024. But we are going to wrap this one up for now. Thank you very, very much for watching. We are going to have, as we said with the podcast, we're going to have links to all of the stuff from Where the Devil down in the description, so you can go and catch that one there. And thank you again very much to Remy for joining us here. I have been the Reverend Raph. He has been the Beer Buddy Kyle. You guys have been amazing, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.